same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, just the 7 seas. I deal with life different, make that lemon squeeze. Went off for my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me. On track, now we going way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up, pray up. On track, now we going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going. On track, now we going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going. I got his band like I'm Barry Bonds. Running through the money, but the money's long. I don't love it, but I need it, keep it coming on. Only friendly, me and friends, we don't get along. I put that on my name, that I put them on. I put myself on stage as they sing along. I might book a session, do 100 songs. I'ma let you hear them just to prove you wrong. On track, now we going way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. On track, now we going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going. On track, now we going way up. Now we going way up. Now we going.
Feeling under pressure.
same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, this the 7 seas. I deal with life different, make that limit squeeze. Went off for my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me. On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up, pray up. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. I got his band like I'm Barry Bonds. Running through the money, but the money's long. I don't love it, but I need it, keep it coming on. Only friendly, me and friends, we don't get along. I put that on my name, that I put them on. I put myself on stage as they sing along. I might book a session, do 100 songs. I'ma let you hear them just to prove you wrong. On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Pray up. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going.
Feeling under pressure.
The battlefield awaits, where champions are crowned. Skills are tested and greatness is found. Watch the best gamers collide, one tap away in their quest for glory at the Omen Valorant Challengers South Asia by Nodwin Gaming.
Excitement running through our veins. Can't believe that the two greatest teams, the 10 best players who started it all for Valorant India, are here to take on each other. We've got an audience here. Can we hear some noise here? You can hear it. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Suren and I've got Super Johnny. Bro, can't believe this is happening.
Yeah, I can't believe this either. लगभग 1.5 साल के बाद वापस ये मैच मेरे को देखने का मौका मिलेगा और मैं बहुत ही ज़्यादा excited हूँ. And of course, the audience, they are loving this as well. Am I right? There it is.
Listen up. This ain't an El Clasico. This is the
VAL'Classico.
The two best teams. So let's not waste any time. Let's bring the two teams out for the show match. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get started with Team 1, Velocity!
शुरुआत होती है Gally के साथ, the man who made history with this team. Following up is the man who was right there next to him every single step, Hell F. And of course, इस अगले player को किसी introduction की जरूरत नहीं है. Ladies and gentlemen, Deathmaker is in the house. Right to Ace is also here with his old boys to enjoy the action. And हर एक अच्छी टीम को एक सपोर्ट की जरूरत होती है और इस टीम का कॉर्नरस्टोन हमेशा से हैज बीन Vibhorr. Ladies and gentlemen, Velocity Gaming!
For everyone who's watching at home and our audience, can we hear a big round of applause for Velocity? But who are they up against? They started it all. ये rivalry है बहुत पुरानी. Ladies and gentlemen, here comes Team 2. Give it up for Global Esports!
Ooh, the man is fast as lightning, lightning fast as here. And of course, the big brains, the cornerstone of Global Esports, Kappa. हर किसी को याद है सोवा का नाम होता था कापा का सोवा सबसे ज्यादा फेमस था एक टाइम पे एंड द प्रोफेसर इज इन द हाउस हेल रेंजर मेरे को ब्लैक बुक भी दिख रही है इनके साथ में छुपा के बैठे बट द पर्सन हु एवरीवन हैज बीन वेटिंग फॉर एसके रॉसी सुपर किड इज बैक और ग्लोबल ई-स्पोर्ट्स के सबसे प्यारे प्लेयर सबसे चहेते प्लेयर स्किल्स इज आल्सो जॉइनिंग अस ऑन द स्टेज ग्लोबल ई-स्पोर्ट्स लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन
Guys, listen. I know this is a show match. मैं जानता हूँ कि तुम लोगों को फ्रेंडली खेलना तो आता ही नहीं है सारे competitive हो. So let's bring all of you here for a little chit chat before we get rolling. तो पूरी दुनिया तुम्हें देख रही है अभी. So कैमरा की तरफ देखेंगे सारे. Let's just start with you, Hell Ranger. Come here, brother. तुम लोग वर्ल्ड स्टेज पे भी गए हो. You've played with the best teams in the world. साथ में तुमने ओमन Valorant Challengers का इंडिया एक्शन भी देखा है. कैसा लग रहा है क्योंकि बहुत सारे बच्चे जो हैं वो आ रहे हैं. There are a lot of athletes who are very young, 16, 17. What do you think is going to be the future?
I think it's good. Obviously, जो नए बच्चे हैं, they are always going to be the future. But I feel mentally we are a step behind. And I think अगर हम लोग उसको recoup करते हैं, and if we work on our mental game, we can go even further. And I hope जो नए बच्चे आ रहे हैं, they don't, they take it all in, they soak the pressure and play really well on the stage.
ये बात हो गई फ्यूचर की. क्या बात? ओहो. रॉसी के पास चलते हैं. रॉसी, you've played teams in the Pacific और साथ में तुम इंडिया का एक्शन भी देख चुके हो. यार इंडिया और पैसिफिक की टीमों के बीच में क्या बहुत बड़ा डिफरेंस है?
डिफरेंस तो है, बड़ा नहीं बोल सकता बट हाउ टू से क्लोज टू बड़ा. तो हाँ, लाइक मेंटालिटी डिफरेंस एंड कॉन्फिडेंस एंड उनका ग्राइंड मेंटालिटी ऐसा बहुत अच्छा है एंड दे आर ऑल्सो मैकेनिकली वेरी स्किल्ड एंड जल्दी सीखते वो लोग. तो या देयर इज डिफरेंस.
Listen, but let's not talk about what can happen, what can't happen. This band is back together. This is where it all started. Are you guys looking forward to this?
हाँ, बहुत टाइम से रुके थे खेलने के लिए क्योंकि ये लोग कोरिया में थे, अभी जस्ट आए हैं तो ये शो मैच का वेट कर रहे थे.
कुछ ऐसा है जो तुम लोगों को इनके बारे में नहीं पता है?
ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं है, अंदर से बाहर से सब कुछ पता है.
Sorry.
मैं इधर से शुरू करूँगा because first I want to ask questions to this man right here, Xcali and Helef. हम लोग इस साइड फेस करेंगे. Xcali, VAL'Classico after a long time, how are you feeling?
I mean, बहुत VAL'Classico तो मैंने मिस किया है. पूरा इंडिया टूर पे था मैं वो टाइम पे. But feels good to be back again.
ये तो यहाँ पे इंटरनल बैंटर स्टार्ट हो गई. Deathmaker, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, thank you.
आपकी एक पुरानी यारी चली है एसके रॉसी के साथ. कंपटीशन होता था कि इंडिया की बेस्ट जेट कौन है. आज क्या कहना है?
मेरे हिसाब से वही है.
ऑल राइट. हेलेफ अपना नाम ले रहे थे.
हाँ, मेरा नाम नहीं लिया.
आर यू फीलिंग सैड अबाउट दैट?
यस, ऑफ कोर्स आई एम सैड.
तेरे को जो आ रहा है वो भी खेल नहीं पा रहा तू प्रॉपर्ली आजकल. क्या जेट का बात कर रहा है?
अब इधर आते थोड़ा सा. एस माय मैन, हाउ आर यू डूइंग?
I'm doing good.
आज इस टीम को क्या आप लीड कर रहे हो?
Not as a really, everyone has their say. Just we are gonna have some fun, enjoy the old G versus VLT rivalry 2020 से जो start हुआ है. And yeah, Sunny बीच में बैठे तो yeah, Sunny is gonna do the mid round calling,
Vibhorr, do you trust Sunny?
यस सनी के साथ 2 साल टीम में खेला, उसके कॉल्स बहुत सुने हैं, आज भी सुनेंगे.
ये देखने में बहुत मजा आएगा. सनी, आपके कॉलिंग पे आज पूरी गेम डिसाइड हो रही है.
अभी देखते हैं क्या होता है गेम के अंदर.
Right, listen. भाई बातें बहुत हो गई. स्किल्स, बातें चालू रखें या गेम शुरू करें?
गेम शुरू करते हैं. लेट्स गो. VAL'Classico, one last ride.
One last night, says Skillz. It is the last dance, ladies and gentlemen. We've got Global Esports, we've got Velocity. जाके अपनी कुर्सियां जो हैं उस पर विराजमान हो जाए, बैठ जाए. Let's get this show rolling. But the big question is, are Felix and Fritz ready?
I mean, I hope they are, because मैं बहुत ज़्यादा excited हूँ इस मैच के शुरू होने का इंतज़ार कर मैं थक चुका हूँ. I know the audience, they have been screaming at the top of their lungs for a long time. Audience, are you screaming? Yes, see, they're still
There's
screaming.
energy on the floor. There's energy wherever you're watching. Phoenix, Fritz, back to you guys.
Well, thank you so much for that. But yeah, Crips, this SHOWMATCH is definitely going to be something that everyone was looking forward to, and we're finally here. Global Esports versus Velocity, one last ride.
It's been so many times we've said the words one last ride, but I guess this truly is it, right? In several matches since 2020, we expected that this would probably be the last time these two teams face each other, because every time there would be something else to look forward to. At one point when Velocity won this matchup at the very beginning of VCC, they went international, and we thought, yeah, we'll probably not get to see Velocity anymore since they're going to the leagues beyond. And then Global Esports did the same thing. We had the exact same feelings. Of course, now both these teams have gone through several iterations and changes, right? Global Esports went on to play in Pacific with a rather international roster. Even Velocity Gaming had quite a lot of changes, but it's good to see the all OG5 players back. The good old days, I think we can relive them one more time now.
We indeed can. The rivalry, I still remember in VCC, usually all the time in the grand finals, these two teams would be meeting each other. And in the grand finals, in the Bay of Five, of course, every single map used to be such a close one. But as the players said, today they're going to have fun. It doesn't matter who the IGL is. It doesn't matter what's going to happen. We're here to have fun. And I want to see some knife kills. So let's bring it on, huh?
Exactly. Yep. I would definitely love to see some reckless aggression, you know. Skillz, whenever he plays the Raze, in matches he would be this very cold and calm person. I want to see him get into the groove today. SK Rossi, I want to see some classic Jet action. And when I say classic, I don't mean the good old disciplined Rossi who plays with a lot of thinking. No, I want to see the reckless Rossi who dashes in your face. I want the same exact behavior from Excali as well.
Yeah, well, we'll probably be able to see, as we are going to move on forward to the map veto. Now, Global Esports is going to go ahead and take the first map, and they're going to pick up Haven. Now, I'm really excited to see what VLT's got in their bag, because considering VLT, how their journey has been so far inside, VCLSA, I mean, again, this entire lineup, it's not really going to matter, but yeah, completely out of the box, it's the map of Bind.
So Haven used to be a staple pick for both these teams, right? Even back in the day when the actual map veto was there, you know, when everyone had to ban pick. Haven would somehow always make it into the mix, and we have so many memories over there. Both SK Rossi and Deathmaker have had so many iconic aces that are still spoken about and watched in, frag movies to this day. Of course, everyone has moved and evolved since then, right? Ace turned into a brilliant IGL when he joined Revenant Esports. Vibhorr was doing really well in God's Reign. Even for the rest of the Global Esports lineup, while they may not be actively playing in the VCT Pacific, everyone has a role to fulfill. Kappa is coaching the Global Esports Game Changers team right now. Hellranger is on his way to become one of the finest coaches that India has seen, as he's creating a lot of content that educates the masses. SK Rossi and Lightning Fast obviously have played and made their mark on VCT Pacific as well. But every single player on this server who has gone on to do great things started here. Started on the VCC stage. I'm not even talking about the VCSA. We're talking about all the way back in Valorant Conquerors Championship that Nodwin hosted. That was an emotion.
Exactly, like 2 years ago, and it was me and CA on the casting panel. It was, as you said, it was an absolute emotion, a roller coaster ride, and an incredible moment, of course. As we're going to move on forward to the map of Haven, we're also going to take a look at the agent select, and the classic Excali is probably going to be in front of us. We like to see Excali on the role of Reyna, and I think so he's going to give it to us. And yes, Excali is back on Reyna. Let's get it, baby. Deathmaker on Jet as always. Nothing changed.
Nothing changed. Nothing should change. This is one of those games where I want people to go back to what they were doing best, and that is absolute genocide. I want Excali to drop 30 bombs today. I want SK Rossi to go up in a nightmarish battle against Deathmaker every single time. I want these two Jet babies dueling each other every round.
W key all the way, baby. Let's go, W gang. I'm pretty sure that's what the game is going to be like for both of them. But as I said, I want to see some knife kills, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot of banner. This game is going to be a meme fest, and hopefully it will be, because they're here to entertain, and so far, as soon as we saw them on the stage, we're definitely entertained. The crowd's quite pumped, and hopefully the YouTube chat and anyone that's watching us currently online, you guys are pumped as well, because here we go. We're going to kick things off in the pistol round, and everyone's already got their hands on the shorty. Hold on, what?
Okay, I mean, this is a show match, right? I guess they probably decided it right from the beginning. They will go for an all-shorty pistol round. And why not? This gun's about to get nerfed soon, so you might as well try to make the best of it.
Tribute? It's like a tribute that they're paying a shorty. Look at, oh no, Deathmaker already gets his hands onto the first man. They're not a good news for the opponents. Global Esports not the way they wanted to start, but it's completely fine, as Excali's here to keep things together on the B side. But no, Global Esports, all right, they're just gonna storm through.
What on earth is going on? Probably the funniest pistol round I've seen in a very long time. Hey, in these kind of pistol rounds, everyone who has an extra weapon gets so much more advantage. The fact that Ace has those shock darts lets him get at least a little bit more damage done, but it's shorties, it's all about trading. I love it. These guys are embracing the fun.
And that's what you should do. Look at the crowd, man.
Quite a lot of people turned up. I'm very happy about this.
This is quite exciting, man. Just imagine being there, watching the players yourself play in the arena. Oh, that already sounds so exciting. And considering today's upcoming matchup as well is going to be filled with a lot of hype, man, today's day started out quite well.
It is starting out quite well. I mean, just yesterday I saw some of these players pack their bags up and leave for Delhi, and I was like, yeah, maybe just take me along with you so I can get a bit of the vibe myself. But no, I'm more than happy to cast it while sitting at home over here. And right off the bat, Global Esports, because they have the buy down, they have absolutely no fear picking up these fights, and even Velocity are not hesitating to fight them, right? Good kill by Ace, but I guess that's all she wrote for him.
Well, there we go. The A side goes away. Just like that, within a couple of seconds. And I just saw a weird crosshair from someone. I don't exactly remember. But yeah, it's a pink cat. I think so. Was that what? Yeah, I think so. That was what I think so. It was a cat.
People have cats on their crosshairs now?
Yeah,
I do not understand how people... I do not understand what Valorant is about anymore, man. I mean, I've seen some funny stuff, and I understand that this match is supposed to be just for fun, but how will you even shoot when you can't even see anything?
Well, that's what it is, man. That's what... Fun.
That's what takes the skill.
Yeah. I mean, so far, talked about Skillz, and Skillz was there, and we talked about the W key as well, and so far, that's how Global Esports are taking things. Good shots taken onto Vibhorr. He's going to get suppressed for a little bit. He will need to fall back, but no, is still alive somehow. Only on 14 HP. Gets the second man down as well. Vibhorr's done his job, and Rossi gets two of his own. Nicely done. Now we'll probably try to fall back on the C site. He's also got his trash primed. As soon as things go a little south, Rossi will probably try to get out of that situation.
Ooh, that's what happens when you don't check angles. Excali playing it very cheekily. And there you have it. Velocity Gaming win the buy round. Global Esports struggling with the bonus. Very reminiscent of what the old days were like, right? It's basically deja vu. I mean, back in the day, a reason why these rivalries were so sought after is because teams would win rounds that they had no advantages in. I mean, of course, bonus round being won by Velocity, understandable, right? But a lot of these times in the old matches, teams would have economic breakdowns at the worst moments possible, and that would push the game into overtimes upon overtimes. Now, do you reckon we get to see another overtime today?
Maybe, but considering how this game's going so far, I mean, it's been such a short while, and already 3 rounds are done. It's just W key all the way, man. These guys really are out to get each other. But as I said, I want to see a knife kill. I would be truly satisfied if I get to see a knife kill and Excali goes down. Once again, this brawl absolutely breaks down towards the A-main area as Deathmaker gets taken care of as well. And Global Esports, out of nowhere, they're back into the swing of things. And it's all
And
downhill if the last man up in life.
They're everywhere, right? They're picking up fights on every single part of the map. Oh, is this what you were talking about? That crosshair?
Yeah, that crosshair.
It doesn't looks more like a pig's nose than a cat, honestly.
No, it's a cat, dude. Look at the ears. Didn't you see like the top thing? Look. It's a cat. It's a pink Batman. Okay, no.
I mean, given the way Hellfighter plays, he is a little bit like Batman, right? He hugs the dark corners, he sneaks around, and when the enemy least expects it, he strikes. He was one of the best anchors in India for a reason, and that's because it was very difficult to flush him out. And I hope we get to see the classical Hellfighter today as well. And this is just bringing back so many memories. I mean, you saw this round, right? Global Esports are picking up fights literally everywhere. They have a fight down A-Long, another fight down C-Long. You've got Lightning Fast sneaking in through Garage. And this is exactly what Global Esports used to play like. Their defaults were really, really spread out. Probably the most spread out that any Indian team had in the VCSA. Or, sorry, not VCSA, VCC for that matter.
Well, I guess you guys saw the main reason why that crosshair isn't too good. He missed 2 shots out of that dart. So yeah, I mean, kids that are watching at home, do not try this at home at all. These are professionals, and they're doing these stunts. So do not try this at home, in your ranked game especially. But, as now, another round's going to proceed in front of us, the 5th round of the game. And Xkelly's got his hands on the Empress, so you guys already know what's about to happen. This man's about to pop this Empress and go all the way in. Oh.
Oof. Well, SK Rossi does SK Rossi things. And that's Vibhorr taken away instantly. He didn't even place a lot of utility, so I guess he just really wanted to pick up that fight. He doesn't want to play too seriously at a show match. He wants to have some brawls. He wants to have some battles. And just like that, Global Esports take control of Seaside.
So far, I mean, the post-plant positions are looking quite nice. But as soon as Lightning Fast peeks out, he gets 2 of his own. And those are 2 quick Lightning Fast kills as well. And now it's all down to Hellfighter. Once again, the last man up and alive from VLT, or no, the second last actually. Xkelly's still there in the back lines towards the garage area looking to burst in. All he needs is that single opportunity, and I guess VLT's going to make the last moment call to save. And that's what's going to happen. Xkelly going for the save, but he's still got the players approaching him that really want to hunt him down. And soon enough, he's going to be 2 in front.
Quick C execute from Global Esports, or rather now they're called GE Fighting. Of course, that name has taken a whole different meaning now. At that point, the word GE Fighting used to be about the spirit of never giving up, because Velocity made them sweat quite often. There were multiple instances when Global Esports would have to be on the back foot and then claw their way up to a comeback. Now, the word GE Fighting has a completely different meaning. It represents the hope of the country, while these guys keep the Indian flag flying high across the VCD Pacific. And while the meaning of the word changes, the emotion, it remains the same.
It indeed does, and look at this time. A quick take already.
Cover going out.
And Global Esports, as you can see, Skillz is already teleported all the way back into heaven. He's got so much control, and now is also looking to take down the players in the front, but SK Rossi's still looking to find that initial contact. As soon as he does, he takes him down. But the return power as well that we're seeing from the side of VLT, it seems a little tough to deal with as Skillz is being taken care of. And the entire team of Global Esports, it seems like they're gonna just stumble to pros. And as Hellranger's gonna use his ultimate, he's still able to get one, so that's a good one. The Rolling Thunder's gonna reward, and he also gets the clutch down of 4K to close things off. Nicely done. Global Esports, especially Hellranger with that Rolling Thunder, able to pull things back into his court. So Global Esports now, that fast strategy that they try to use, especially Skillz teleporting all the way back to heaven, sort of worked out, but unfortunately for Skillz, he wasn't really able to find a lot of value with that play. But definitely a lot of visual information, which was not used to his fullest potential in the future. And now that Velocity has all their ultimates up, you guys know what's up. They're probably going to try to pour every single ult available on the map. Hunter's Fury used right off the bat, and that's so much damage dealt already. 2 tags found, and 3 players gets taken down. What an ultimate from VLT. Nicely done by Right to Ace, and now already the entire competition shortened down to just 2 players. And VLT, this should be an easy roll for them on the opponents. Excali just push it up against the bullets. It doesn't matter what's going to stand against him. He still wants to take his opponents down. And VLT, a clean sweep in this round.
I love it. I love when Velocity fights like this. That hyper-aggression that they used to kick in, it really made everyone excited and anxious at the same time. Of course, if Velocity played like this in VCSA as well, this would have been such a treat to watch. After the changes in Velocity Gaming, they evolved quite a lot. You know, they started playing a lot more tactically. They started to have a lot more defaults when the imports were over here. But now that I see the good old Velocity pack, all those memories come rushing in. Those memories of when Velocity used to have their backs against the wall, and when these guys got cornered, they would fight back very, very ferociously. And that was such a treat to look at.
These guys really took a tactical timeout. Is that what's going on? I don't exactly know what type of timeout that's going on in front of us. Oh, it's a technical timeout. Yeah. So I guess someone's got some issues with the gears, and we'll probably get it sorted soon enough. But Global Esports, yeah, they're off to a storming start.
Which is quite the opposite of what would happen, right? I remember so many times Velocity would start really well, and then Global Esports would mount a comeback, and that's what made the game so much more exciting. Now Global Esports take this lead, and I guess only time that they take one of those leads was towards the tail end of the rivalry, right? At that point, Global Esports started to emerge on top, but back then, it was like so competitive. It was basically the heartbeat of the country. Both these teams would face each other so many times in finals of all these tournaments. It would be a surprise if we saw a non-GE or a non-VLT team in the finals. That's literally what it was. I still remember back in, I guess, August 2020, there was this one LAN tournament where for the first time we did not see a GE versus VLT game. And that's when I realized, hold on, we are entering a new phase of Indian esports. That old VAL'Classico that we were used to seeing, yeah, we probably might not get to see a lot of those anymore. And that's exactly why we have chosen to go back down the memory lane. So a big thank you to Riot Games for hosting all this.
Oh yeah, huge thanks to Riot Games. But I mean, now that this VAL'Classico is over, there might be a new VAL'Classico brewing up soon, right?
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
In the grand finals.
All the newer teams who keep facing each other in VCSA, two of those teams will end up facing each other so often that we might just see a new classic rivalry. But this is as good as a rivalry as it gets. Both Excali as well as Deathmaker double swinging out of Garage. What a peak.
And already starting off with a 2-man advantage in their back. So it's already narrowed down to a 3-on-5 scenario. Global Esports, not the way they wanted to start this round off, but it's completely fine as Lightning Fast is making his move up, but he's got a turret to deal with, which can't reveal his position. He's already managed to sneak quite deep in, and he gets the first man down as well, but Excali's just hiding around the corner, and he gets rid of the person in the front. His side control should be easy to take away, and that's what Skillz looking to take. Actually gets his footing down as well, and Right to Ace should convey the call now. They've got so much ultimates available for VLT to get this retake done. It's not going to be tough at all.
Absolutely not. I don't think they're going to need ultimates either, but Vibhorr still commits the lockdown. I guess he probably just wanted to bait out the ultimate from Kappa, but he teleports to his death. Skillz, unfortunately, tried to go for some heroic moves, but I'm glad that we got to see a knife. Weren't you looking forward to this, Necro?
Exactly, dude. That's what I said. I would be so satisfied if I get to see a knife kill. And finally, we got to see that knife kill. But this opening pick right here, man, gave them such a massive advantage. And the similar thing happened as well a couple of rounds ago where that ultimate was used from Right to Ace, Hunter's Fury. And he managed to find 3 players with that Hunter's Fury. So yeah, incredible amount of value.
They also managed to bait out the ultimate from Kappa. He used up his Hunter's Fury. Skillz used up the last few teleports he had. I don't think he'll try to go for something as risky once again. Well, I don't know, maybe he will. It's a show match. He doesn't have anything to lose over here. He's probably happy that the audience is enjoying all the knives. He just wants to give them some entertainment.
Oh, he's not able to find the recon dart, but it's completely fine though. Global Esports this time, they've taken mid control. And now they're also looking to take over the garage control as they're going to flush in.
Take flight.
Rossi trying to find some random spams, not able to do so. Good pick from the opponent as well, and now instantly the call to back off is going to be made as well. And Rossi not able to fade away in time. He gets caught. VLT so far, they're doing an immaculate job. And at least the first initial seconds of the round, but then later on, somehow things are slipping away from their hands.
Yeah, they're just simply not able to get the openings. But as I say that, SK Rossi creates an opening. The classic Jet dashes back inside, and you've got Skillz marking the backlines. He knows that Vibhorr loves going for these flanks. I love the lurking Vibhorr. I wish I got to see more of that. But here we have Kappa holding it down like an absolute Chad. Excali going for the TP across. Oh, and it dismisses back to safety, only to get shot down again. Great stuff from Excali and right to ace to recover.
Dude, this is such a chaotic game. It's tough to even keep up what exactly is going on the minimap because there's so many utilities being used at the same time. Players are just pressing W key, just straight up jumping in the fire. It's just crazy stuff, but you love to see it.
You love to see it. Velocity winning 2 rounds again. And this might just be a little problem for Global Esports. They're starting to run out of money. A couple more rounds and they should be broke once more. And Deathmaker has the op once again. You know what happens when he picks this up.
Massive. That's what happens. But now as we've got Rossi just straight up WP with the Blade Storm. Well, I don't even think so it's going to matter what's going to happen with the operator or not, because Rossi, considering how he's managed to press W already through the underpass area, has managed to get 2 kills. So that's a great start that Global Esports was looking for, but now VLT need to bounce back as well. There's a lockdown on their way. They will need to evacuate this side as quick as possible. They've got so much utility approaching them too, but that was a really good kill with the shock darts. VLT eventually decided to evacuate the site. This should be a free site take for the side of Global Esports.
Yeah, the shock darts can't get locked down to die, but they at least get lightning fast. And here you have a Jet being picked off midair. Netmaker tried to go for those moves, but there's way too many people watching it. SK Rossi looking to finish what he started. He started off in a wonderful manner, just massacring his opponents with the Blade Storm. And now he's looking for more frags on the exit. I don't think he's gonna let Right to Ace leave this area. He knows that Right to Ace is they have inside. Doesn't know where Vibhorr could be yet. Does he go for the exit fight? Oh, he does, but he narrowly missed the timing.
Yeah, the timing, couple of seconds, man. That's all that was needed, but finally this encounter's going to happen, and Rossi comes out on top. Nicely done. Good shooting between the movement. And now he's trying to also go against the player in the front. A couple of shots connected, and Vibhorr now is in a bit of panic moment. He's trying his best to keep himself alive, but the operator peeks out, and Rossi is so adamant to get the knife done.
You can see that he was just trying to put all the movement possible in front of him. Dashing, updrafting, doing whatever he can to dodge the op, and just trying to cover the distance.
There.
I wonder
Really
what Johnny's
interesting.
speaking about to the audience.
Yeah, I guess they're doing like some mid-game interviews and stuff. Or maybe just talking to the audience in general. That seems quite fun.
I know, right? Man, this arena vibe is really just making me have a lot of FOMO. If you guys don't want to miss out, if you guys don't want this fear of missing out like I have crippling FOMO right now, go ahead to book my show and buy the tickets for the LAN. It's so gonna be worth it.
Electrifying aura indeed. But yay, this time it's quite a massive change in the pace, and not able to get back to safety. A really good stun, just catches him off guard there. And Excali too from the back, instantly trying to capitalize onto that thing, just trying to press on the wounds. So far, the trades did happen back and forth, but still in the favor of Global Esports, that they've got a man advantage secured for themselves. On the other hand, his Hellfighter's just looking for him to peek out, and yeah, it's gonna seal the deal. Nicely done, able to find that kill onto Lightning Fast, and he's dealt with, but still Rossi's alive. The big boss is still here, and the boss is not gonna let this site just be taken away.
Absolutely not. No retakes possible when SK Rossi's still alive and kicking. Kappa also acting like the insurance policy of the whole group. Just always there, doing the dying embers of the round in case something happens to the rest of the team. Ever reliable. So dependable, Kappa. And now, a whole team depends on him. He's currently coaching the Global Esports Game Changers roster, who, by the way, are also playing today in the APAC Game Changers Split 2. So, if you guys are done watching this game, there's a little bit of time between the VAL'Classico right now and the game we have later on today evening. So, you can probably watch the Game Changers map in between the gaps.
Once again, taking things a little slow. Still going for the first initial encounter, though. Global Esports, they've got their... Oh, what a flick onto that player, Rossi! The classic Rossi moments indeed. Even though when we think that there's no way for him to win that fight, he still somehow wins it. And now it's Excali just making sure he's going to hide from all the bullets that will be barraging onto him. And he peeks out in the end and still gets the kill onto Hellranger. And now Global Esports left with no other choice than to reroute all the way back to the A site.
And I love it. This is exactly what Excali was notorious for. Holding the more unorthodox angles and surprising his opponents. And in the last few months, I've gotten the opportunity to get to know Hellranger a lot more closely, right? And he's a very disciplined guy. When some people pull off these random angles against him, he will be thrown off guard, which is exactly why Hellranger respects Excali and Deathmaker so much, because every time they come up with these unorthodox angles, they surprise Global Esports, they make it work. And that's what made this game so exciting, right? Because back then, there would be instances where teams wouldn't follow the meta. Of course, in SHOWMATCH, nobody's going to follow the meta anywhere even closely. That's what makes it so much more fun.
And that's why it's called SHOWMATCH, just for fun. They're here to duke it out once again. One last ride. This is what it's called. And talk about that, and now they've only got one last player standing in the name of Kappa. This man has pulled out some insane amount of clutches, but will he be able to pull this one out? A 1-on-3, so much pressure on his shoulder. He peeks out, gets the diffuser, but that's all he's gonna get.
Velocity Gaming. Good with the retake once more. They take their sweet time to rotate, right? They let Global Esports take control of A site. They knew for a fact that they're capable of either going towards B or A as well. They might even have circled around towards C very later on. So Velocity just took their chances of staying towards the C site, knowing full well that they can retake A later on. Even the Cosmic Divide that was put up by the Astra was quite exciting to watch. Hellfighter. Definitely a fascinating player, even back then and even now.
Right here.
Three ultimates up in the hands of Global Esports. Rolling Thunder, Hunter's Fury, and even from the shadows. That should be a free site take, if you ask me. Rolling Thunder used properly enough should be able to just straight up barrage in the site, breach in the site, crack open the defense, and that's what's exactly going to happen. Rossi going to dash on the back of that Rolling Thunder. They've already got the site control established. Now it's all going to be down to the post plants.
It is. Velocity tried to go for that early glass control, but they didn't find anything. But they might just find something with this Hunter's Fury. Ace commits to the lasers. He kills Kappa as he was trying to go for the plant, and Hellranger can't protect as Velocity now start to flood in. It's all going to come down to this crossfire, which Excali has broken apart instantly. Lightning Fast peeking ahead of the Cloudburst. He tries to surprise his opponents, and he does get one kill for himself. But now it's all up to Skillz. TP's away. This time a much more safer TP, which doesn't get him knifed, but he will race to the seaside and get the spike down very, very quickly. If he can cross over towards the other side, he might just be able to isolate this 1v1 against Vibhorr. But nope, he's going to play the long game instead.
Yeah, classic approach to the game, huh? Go for the long plant and then just squeeze yourself all the way to the long. Vibhorr gonna still commit the lockdown just to make sure that if he is in the close quarters, he will be forced all the way to the back, but he's nowhere near the site. He's all the way back in the long. He's just making sure that he's got the visual confirmation on the spike, and that's all he's gonna need, considering the opponents don't even have any smokes. So for them, they will need to commit to this duel, and that's what they do. And Excali, though, he comes out on top this time.
Excali comes out on top. Reyna does what she does best. I'm surprised he didn't use his Empress before, but I guess he probably never needed it. It's not the most overwhelming ultimate in the game, I'm gonna be honest. So, Excali can probably do a lot more stuff with or without it.
A timeout, I guess. Or no, maybe an interview section. Yeah, I guess. Interview session, that's currently happening. And we're gonna push to the interview session over here.
कैसा लग रहा है यहाँ पे स्टेज पे खेल के?
I mean, बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है. We are back to where we all started our journey. So it's an honor to play here once again. So yeah, feels good.
And it's been a while since you've played with the boys. How is it feeling? Fluid as ever?
I mean, it's always a lovely, memorable moment whenever I play with the boys. You know, it's a different energy and we enjoy playing with each other. So yeah, it's a great opportunity to play once again.
आज किसको क्रिटिक करोगे अपनी टीम से अगर करना हुआ तो कौन परफॉर्म नहीं
Always skills. अच्छा भी खेले बुरा भी खेले उसको ही पकड़ता हूँ.
यार तो तुम्हारी भी तो गलती है बार-बार बेचारे को अकेला छोड़ रहे हो.
हाँ अगर मैं भी नहीं मारा तो उसका ही गलती है.
ये भी ठीक है but Rossi, I mean it's been a while. Let's be honest, लंबा अरसा था away, लंबा अरसा था सामने वालों से भी. I know you guys were very close with the boys from Velocity. How does it feel to share this stage and be over here facing them again at the full strength?
I mean, to be honest, this will be always the humble beginning of Valorant in South Asia, and Velocity and Global Esports both have, you know, how to say, it's like, this is all it began, you know. Spoken for a long time, and for everyone who comes later, this is where it all began.
This is where it all began. These are the people who started it all. But थोड़ी देर पहले हमने Feel the Velocity की chant सुनी थी. And I know जब आप लोगों को cheer करने के लिए बोलेंगे, they know exactly what they have to scream. मैं चाहूँगा आप मेरे साथ countdown दें, ठीक है? And then we both do the chant, okay? All right, let's do it.
Let's go. 3, 2, 1, G fighting!
That was SK.
Well, I mean, that was SK Rossi right there. And yeah, clearly he is feeling a lot of nostalgia, Crips.
You think he's feeling nostalgia? Bro, I'm feeling nostalgia right now. I mean, I was so jelly of you and CA back then because while you guys were on the casting desk, I was sitting in the back lines just working on the post-game segments, trying to come up with the scripts and the hype notes later on. So, yeah, we've all worked on these VCC tournaments in the past in some capacity, but I'm just glad that I get to cast Global Esports again, you know? These are the boys, but I'm just so glad I get to call them my boys now.
Right here.
In fact, I even went ahead and changed into the GE jersey during the halftime.
You get to call them your boys. All right.
Yeah.
Well, a quick start this time, though, inside the second half. As Global Esports, they've already had a storming start for themselves. And once again, they're just going to straight up push into the enemy territories. But you do see an instant fight back as well from the side of VLT2. A little bit of back and forth going on in this round. Back and forth action is what really makes the game exciting. Deathmaker gets caught off guard. Nicely done by Hellranger, but the flank as well is going to get caught.
Oh my goodness. Lightning fast with the movement. Really throwing Excali's aim off. And just like that, Global Esports win the pistol. Velocity did a decent job of recovering the spike back to its garage. It was a nice hit from Global Esports, but even after that recovery, when I thought that Velocity had the chance to make it back to the seaside, Global Esports stopped them in their tracks. They didn't even let them cross over garage. The speed at which they respond, that's what makes them such a deadly team. And I'm glad to see that the coordination still exists after all this time.
Speaking of the coordination, and look at the opponents, Velocity. They've got all shorties. Let's see, well, what they're here to pull off. I guess you're not supposed to pick with a shorty out there. It's too long range for a shorty, but it's fine, I guess. They've managed to breach inside the garage area. And it's going to be a shotgun galore soon enough. Vibhorr tried to knife the alarm pot. Missed all the knife, but it's completely fine, though. As so far, still a little bit of change in the pace, and it makes a lot of sense too. Velocity Gaming, they need to take things a little slow and cautious, considering they don't really have the weaponry to fight back. With only a shorty in the hand, it's going to be tough to take your opponents down, and now it's all down to the last man alive, and well, even he gets dealt with.
So funny, Global Esports don't even take a point of damage. I guess that's what happens when you try to face, when you try to put 5 shorties against all these weapons. I thought maybe the last kill would be a little fair. It was the judge versus the shorty. Both the shotguns basically have to get up close and personal to get the job done. But it still wasn't the outcome I expected. Now finally Velocity Gaming get to purchase all the weapons. This is when they put up a tough fight.
Wouldn't that be great if you get to see a knife round? Everyone just comes out with their knives. Yeah, I think so. Oh, where's this? Oh, wow. Oh, that's a great lineup.
That recon's going all the way to the next map.
Yeah, it's going to the upcoming new map, and we don't exactly know. The reason only we didn't follow that recon dart was because we didn't want to give you guys some leaks.
Next map in the series is going to be Bind. The new map that Riot's releasing? I mean, we'll keep that on the wraps for now. Yeah. We'll keep that on the wraps for now. Did they go for the knife on Skillz again? That would be so funny if they tried to attempt that once more. And he's mowing everybody down. He's still got plenty of HP to work with, and all these weapons on the ground will definitely make the job easier. I don't think he has the time to go for a full-blown defuse. But a couple of stylish frags. That's all we want to see.
That's all we're here to see. Couple of stylish frags and couple of stylish recon darts. Love to see it. But yeah, I'm having a good time just looking at the fans, just looking at the people in the arena and seeing smiles on their faces. One thing's for sure, everyone's enjoying and they're having the time of their lives. On the other hand, these two teams on the playing field, even these guys are having a great time over here. But so far, taking a look at the scoreboard, Skillz has been popping off from Global Esports, 16 kills and Excali with 14. All right, Skillz.
Doing what he does best. He's playing the support role and he's carrying as well. Always does that. Escarossi getting that early frag, dashing back to safety. I expected him to continue stay there and fighting, you know, considering this is just a show match and he would love to unleash the aggression. But why face himself, I mean, why face them alone when he can have the backup of the Hellranger?
And well, Vibhorr's gonna mow him down with the help of his teammates. 3-on-3 scenario, sort of equalized, but VLT finally, they get their hands on the A side, and that's what they really wanted to do since such a long time. Kappa made his way all the way towards the side. He's also got his hands on the Odin. Let's go. I want to see this classic Kappa moment. With the Odin, this man was such a great player, and I'm pretty sure he's going to be able to replicate the same thing once again. Recon dart, though, against him. That's going to cause a bit of a problem, because now that's going to get spammed. Paper-thin walls towards Haven. They are really quite dangerous, but it's still not going to matter. A 2-on-3 retake easily done by Global Esports.
What is that spam? That's so cool. That's such a cool way to grief your opponents as well. Global Esports reaching double digits. These guys are getting all the frags in their favor. Escarossi fighting towards short as well as long. Hellranger backing them up as well. I do miss Amaterasu though. There used to be this time when Amaterasu would be a breach player and everyone used to say Amaterasu ka backup, sab ka backup. And that too was one classic Velocity line to say.
Ooh. That's a good one actually. But talking about the game though so far, Vibhorr with the lockdown. Alright, so that's a good news for them. A free side take for Velocity so far. And considering how the scoreline's looking like 10-6, Velocity Gaming, they're really starting to struggle out here. Something needs to be done inside this round, but unfortunately for them, they haven't really got the weaponry to do so. And once again, it's Rossi taking the duel against his opponents, and he's going to start him all down, just chop him off with the knives. And on the other side, it's Lightning Fast just spraying down all across the board, looking to find that sweet connection, but unfortunately he doesn't.
It's not the fact that he's spamming that's funny, it's the little dance he does at the end. You know these guys are in full chilling mode when that happens.
A VLT. Alright, well, I at least want to see a close game, and considering now that we've been casting VCSA for such a long time, we've been taking a look at these professionals, and you know, like serious games, that this game just feels so quick. It feels like it just started a couple of minutes ago, and now it's already about to end. A team's already almost on a map point.
Time flies when you're having fun. And I do realize even we haven't been having our share of fun, you know? We've been casting it a bit seriously, so good to have this time with you, Necro. I don't want to get mushy, but oh my god, that just got dangerous for a second. Escarossi noped out of there so hard. They try to break the lockdown with the aftershock, but that's not going to be enough.
Oh, they were stuck there. But I guess they should be able to get back to safety at the last seconds.
Another knife?
No, unfortunately, no, it's going to be the answer. I wanted to see a knife. Yeah, exactly. That's what my inner demon was saying as well. Knife, knife, but no, we're not going to see a knife at all. Instead, I guess VLT, they're really here to win. And they want to get some rounds underneath their belts because now Global Esports have started to run away with a massive lead and they have tasted the blood. Last 2 players alive, and there is a lockdown available in Hands of Lightning Fast, and I highly doubt he's going to try to commit to it just yet. He hasn't really got a lot of time left either, so they need to do something, and it needs to be quick enough, and I guess it's probably going to be a save.
Yep, it's going to be a save. Lightning Fast and Skillz are walking away with the weapons. It's not like they need to save, you know. They still have plenty of money on the entire team. And they're also so close to map point, they might as well just try to take weapons away from Velocity Gaming. But if they did take away the weapons from Velocity Gaming, then it wouldn't exactly be a close game now, would it? They want to keep it spicy.
I mean, so far, things have been pretty spicy. Don't even know exactly if I should call it spicy, but don't know the right word. But whatever it has been quite incredible.
Whatever nostalgia tastes like.
Yeah, I guess. But 3 ultimates available on both the sides. Empress, Hunter's Fury, and even a Blade Storm on the side of Velocity. And then you've got From the Shadows, Lockdown, and a Hunter's Fury. And so far, Right to Ace's Hunter's Fury has been bringing so much impact inside the game. So you can never really underestimate that ultimate from this man. He's been able to find a kill usually whenever he's used that ult. So let's see if VLT this time is able to get their hands on this round or not, because this one's going to mean quite a lot. They do not want to be in an economical trap against a team like Global Esports because they will keep on pressurizing you. Way too close, but 2 players get tagged up. And this now that the players are softened up, it's going to make things even more easier for Global Esports.
Global Esports are also trying for a massive flank over there. They avoid the turret and they sneak past it. So that is SK Rossi and Skillz trying to come in from the back line. But while they do so, the rest of their teammates are having difficulty even jumping out a garage window. So many kills acquired by Lightning Flash, but here we go. They still have been shut down. The backstab isn't here. They need to move sooner. The spike's taken away. And when the backstab does arrive, Excali pops his head off. What a nice dismissal back to safety as well. Excali with the 3K, keeping Velocity in this game for much longer.
Well, now even VLT is taking things a bit serious, huh? With the way they're playing, they're now playing quite disciplined. They went for the side control. They're playing so disciplined for the post plan. No one overextended all the way back to the defender spawn. Instead, they were just holding it down on the site. Things are taking a little bit serious from the side of VLT. Let's see how Global Esports are going to like to adapt to this. And we're seeing SK Rossi just pulling out the operator now. This is going to be a stark statement from Global.
It has to be a stock statement. Last of the money that Global Esports has now been invested into this round. With only pennies in pocket lint, they try to make it work, and they are actually able to turn it back as well. Nice adjustment from Lightning Fast as he gets the kill onto Ace, but then comes Vibhorr, and he rolled all of them over.
Good shots from Vibhorr. That entire push is being countered now. So Global Esports will need to play a little bit on the back pedal. Good shots from Skillz as well, able to shut down the player in the front. Astro taken away. That means now the side take's going to get next to impossible, considering without any sort of visual blockade, they will need to straight up go ahead and challenge some aim duels, and that's what they're looking to do. Deathmaker already stepped his foot on the site. On the opposite side is Hellranger, just waiting for him to overextend it towards defender spawn, but I highly doubt that's gonna happen. But no, as soon as I say that, that's what exactly about to happen. Rolling Thunder used as well. Deathmaker peeks out, gets dealt with, and now it's all down to Vibhorr towards the short area, and is also getting approached by the flank, but it's not gonna matter. Hellranger will take matters in his own hands.
Hellranger takes matters into his own hands, and Global Esports take map point. You can see the happiness on their face, getting close to victory. Feeling what it's like to win once again, and that too winning against the old opponents that you have now developed a friendship with. It is satisfying to win matches against enemies, but beating your own friends, it has this own level of fun inside it, you know?
Once again, the operator's positioned at the same spot. He's so adamant to just stay on the C side, and look at VLT, they've already started to make a quick stroll onto the B, and yeah, they're going to have a casual stroll on the summer onto that side. No one's even available. No ultimates to even block them. Straight up just making it to the side, also utilizing the lockdown. Hunter's Fury used from right to Ace to find some sort of value, but nothing found just yet. He's going to use all the 3 charges in the same direction.
Yeah, but at least now he's given away the fact that he's playing towards the bottom of mid. And this leaves yet less utility in the hands of VLT to deny the spike diffuse. Hellranger tries to peek across the Cosmic Divide with the flashes, but it doesn't happen. And once again, Skillz goes for a very risky teleport. Fails to acquire a kill this time as well. Excali dismissing across towards A-Link, distracts them for so long. Allows the Astra to move up to his face and burst him down with a shorty. And now it's just Lightning Fast, struggling to escape out of the garage door. Finally, he kills Vibhorr, but Deathmaker's marking him.
Yeah, it chops him off. A knife to his dome. That's going to do it. That's going to do the job. But yeah, Global Esports, they're starting to lose the lead slowly and steadily. But all they need is one more round. And that's going to be it. They should be able to seal the deal onto the first map so far. Haven, it is their pick. And that's why Global Esports is able to just dominate through so far. Ladies and gentlemen, the second matchup's going to be on the map of Find. Especially with the new reworks. I'm really excited to see how these players are going to be playing it out, considering these are the OG players. I want to see the agent select too. And maybe I would like to see a 5 duelist lineup. Why not?
Why not? Absolutely. We got to see something similar in Game Changers the other day. We even got to see 5 controllers. But now Velocity. Both their duelists just really pushing in hard. Reyna and Jet dashing inside. Excali and Deathmaker looking to get the opening. But Lightning Fast dies over here trying to defend it by himself. Normally he would have fallen back to safety, but this time he continued to stay. And as the spam comes through from Skillz, Excali fires back. And even Eskirossi's AWP can't stop him. Excali on fire.
Oh, this man just rise from the ashes. What just happened? I guess someone pissed him off, man. Guys, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Audience definitely having a lot of fun, but yeah, some great stuff going on over here, ladies and gentlemen, so far. And Vibhorr, now that he's got his hands on lockdown, let's see how he's going to be implementing that inside the game.
I saw a bunch of people cheering. I was wondering why we were going whoa, whoa, whoa. I mean, was there something that I should have noticed?
Placing swarm grenade.
Yeah, there was something you should have noticed, Crips, but you didn't. But it's completely fine, though. VLT, as they have managed to dash their way onto the site, and it's Deathmaker once again, a quick approach. Look at Helif on the opposite side. He's ready with the Phantom, and he's looking to strike him down too. He's managed to get the first one, but he's gonna be able to dodge the second flash.
Ooh. Lockdown still not destroyed. Global Esports falling back, respecting it, but on the back of it, Velocity have repositioned. Now there's 2 in garage. And Excali just waits for the right time for the aftershock to pop, but they were ready for this one. Kappa welcomes him. Vibhorr and Ace still fighting aggro. They're not playing post-plant posies at all. The fault line gets the better of him, and Ace cannot adjust. It's GG, ladies and gentlemen. G fighting indeed as they win the first game of the show match.
Crazy stuff. First map won by GE. It was their pick. But yeah, the show match is off to a great start so far. I'm loving the hype even from the audience. And now I'm pretty sure we're also going to have an interview lined up on the stage. So let's move on there.
Say let's go GE from the audience. पवन काफी टाइम हो गया ये चेयर सुने हुए.
हाँ काफी टाइम हो गया स्टेज पे एक्चुअली कॉम्पिटिटिव गेम खेले मेरे को तो काफी टाइम हो गया बट बहुत मजा आ रहा है. नहीं हुआ भी पर बहुत मजा आ रहा है. अभी भी है थोड़े बहुत क्लचेस निकल रहे हैं भगवान की दुआ से तो होपफुली वी मेक इट 2-0.
अपने प्लेयर्स की परफॉर्मेंस के बारे में आपका क्या कहना है? लाइटनिंग फास्ट एंड एसके रॉसी हैव दीस प्लेयर्स इंप्रूव्ड?
नहीं ये जयंत सबसे बड़ा थ्रोअर है एंड सेम गोज फॉर लाइटनिंग फायर. लॉन्ग पे मर गया बेशरम आदमी तो अभी कुछ नहीं कर सकते. नहीं तेरे बारे में बोलना ही नहीं है मेरे को.
एक ही तो भाई कुछ भी बोला पता था मरने वाला हो फिर भी वो फॉलो किया. वो
हर राउंड मेरे को नाइस बोलता है और फिर थ्रोअर भी बोलता है. अभी मैं नहीं मारने वाला.
तो कपा आप कुछ बोलेंगे? ऑलराइट, अब तो वेलोसिटी के प्लेयर्स भी आएंगे. स्कैली गुड परफॉर्मेंस. रेना काफी टाइम बाद खेलने मिली है.
यस.
कैसा लग रहा है?
अच्छे लग रहा है. नहीं तो कौन से तो ₹2 के एजेंट्स खेल रहा हूँ उनसे, तो दूसरे समझ नहीं रहे मेरे को। रेना का कैसे मार रहे हैं और मार रहा हूँ अभी।
कुछ नहीं, नाइफ करने की ट्राई कर रहा था इसके रॉसी में को।
ऑब्वियसली करूंगा ना, मौका मिला है तो।
देख भाई तू इधर खड़ा था, एडमिन इधर खड़ा था, इधर तेरे ऊपर नहीं किया था मैंने।
कौन किसको नाइफ कर रहा है, अभी कोशिश बहुत जा रही है। एक चीज़ आज मिस हो गई, 4K लगा एक भी? 4K लगा एक भी?
नहीं लगा, आई थिंक भाविन का गलती है।
शॉर्ट कॉलिंग बहुत बुरी थी, बट मैप 2 में होपफुली एक 4K देखने को मिले।
भाविन रेना देगा।
भाई तेरे को जो खेलना है खेल ले।
भाई ये तो मैच के पहले नहीं बोला, ये तो मैच के पहले नहीं बोला। बोला गाइस मैं ट्रिपल फेक करवाऊंगा इनको।
ओह ट्राई आउट हो रहा था थोड़ा सा, स्ट्रैट्स लीक हो रही है।
कल रात ऐसा व्हाट्सएप में ऐसा पूछ रहा था गाइस कौन सा मैप खेलना है, ऐसा बहुत ट्राई है।
एस का है, एस आपको ट्राई हार्ड बोला गया अभी?
मैं ट्राई किया,
ऐसा रॉसी कह रहे कि बोल रहे थे।
मैं जीतने के लिए खेल रहा था, ऐसा नहीं। तो सबको जीत के लिए खेलना है, एंड इट वाज अ गुड गेम। I mean, last round was very close. I thought I could clutch it, you know, but dono. So yeah. Now next is bind. Hopefully we can win that.
2-0. Thank you.
Oh, final word from Hell Ranger is 2-0. But map 2 पे क्या होगा ये तो map 2 पे ही पता चलेगा. For now, we'll head to a very short break, but we'll be back with map number 2.
Hit for my wins, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in. Can't feel my wings, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in.
एक बार फिर से आप सभी का स्वागत है इस वैल क्लासिको के एक एक्साइटिंग मैचअप में एंड वेल we talked about young players right before we started the game. Well, guess who we have with us? Venka to Cold, the youngest lad who played in the Omen Valorant Challengers South Asia. Venka, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good as well. ये आज जो स्टेज पे एनर्जी है कैसा लग रहा है?
This is surreal, man. This is crazy. I grew up watching these guys and now they're in front of me. This is crazy.
And I mean, अब तो आप एक ऐसी पोजीशन पे आ चुके हो that one of these days you might be playing against them. कुछ लोगों के against तो खेला भी. How was that experience? First time going up against people like Deathmaker, Hellf, कैसा लग रहा था तब?
It was fun. I thought they were going to be better, but they looked kind of...
अभी तो कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं, like since you are also out.
Yeah, but Rossi के साथ खेलना बाकी अभी. That's the one person I want to play against.
एक player रह गया है खेलना साथ में. And what will be the emotions like when that day comes?
It'll be a crazy moment for sure again, but वो moment जल्दी आएगा hopefully. कभी तो रॉसी को भी मारेंगे.
कभी. Rossi, I think कुछ बोलना चाहेंगे जब आएंगे वापस. But एक चीज़, so we were having a conversation कि how difficult it is to play in front of a massive crowd with like people cheering for you, people cheering for the other side. अभी आपने देखा इन लोगों को perform करते हुए. What was that like? New respect for these lads?
Yeah, it's crazy, man. It must be nerve-wracking, honestly. But अगर crowd तुम्हारे side है तो उससे better कुछ नहीं हो सकता.
और crowd को अपनी side करने के लिए क्या करना है?
Crowd को अपनी side करने के लिए मारना पड़ता है.
कितना?
बहुत.
बहुत ज़्यादा. But अभी ये देखना है कि जो हमारी teams हैं वो आगे आने वाले मैप पे कैसा perform करेंगे. Last question, who are you rooting for?
G Fighting.
ये जवाब मिल गया, बट इसी के साथ एक और छोटी सी ब्रेक पे हम जाएंगे और ब्रेक के बाद हम वापस लौटेंगे with map number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Don't go anywhere, we'll be back.
Can't feel my wings, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in. On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up, pray up. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. Keep the same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, this is 7 C's. I deal with life different, make that limit squeeze. Went off for my style and identity. Can't feel my wings, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in. On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up, pray up. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. Keep the same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, this is 7 C's. I deal with life different, make that limit squeeze. Went off for my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me. On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up, pray up. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. I got his band like I'm Barry Bonds. Running through the money, but the money's long. I don't love it, but I need it, keep it coming on. Only friendly, me and friends, we don't get along. I put that on my name, that I put them on. I put myself on stage as they sing along. I might book a session, do 100 songs. I'ma let you hear them just to prove you wrong. On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Pray up. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. On track, now we gon' way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going.
Feeling under pressure.
Can't feel my wings, I need my hands. This life is real, can't play pretend. Came off the bench, I get it in.
To the VAL'Classico, the one last dance. Pitzla game, it was crazy.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, once again to the map 2 of Bind, as we are going to move closer to that map. As I said, the only thing that is left for me to see is all duelist composition. Come on, guys, you guys can do it. I want to see that all duelist comp. Bring it out, please.
And considering it's Bind, we might just get to see it, you know? Euro is quite viable on this one. I wonder if these teams are in the mood for some experiments. It is a show match after all, so there's really no need to play as you normally would. You can throw caution to the wind. And SK Rossi picks up the Reyna this time. Alright, now things are getting exciting. Lightning Fast obviously will prefer the Raze. Excali has picked up the Raze himself, and Deathmaker has Chamber. Alright then, so we may or may not get the 5 duelists, but we still get to see quite a stacked roster.
Speak about its stacked roster, and yeah, I mean, we're seeing even Sentinels being pulled out over here from Deathmaker, so I'm really excited to see how he's going to be playing that Chamber, considering you know, it's been quite a while, and Chamber not really being in the meta, and this just being a show match. I want to see how they're going to be utilizing Chamber in the first place. It has to be some sort of really, like, you know, messy way, right?
I guess. It has to be in a messy, very chaotic way. Quite aggressive way too. I expect him to place those TPs in a very standard-ish location and then just brawl all the time. And hey, the funny part is, he only has a shorty. He doesn't have a single bullet of the headhunter this time.
Yeah, look at him. So it's quite interesting. Let's see. Alright, well, both the teams just going out for the shorties all the time, and what's going on? Yeah, they know they can't do anything with that, so you might as well try to close the distance. And Lightning Fast is laughing, you know, as he try to close distance as quick as possible with those satchels. But one of the players from the side of VLT was able to get back to safety in time, but it's not going to be able to get away from the aftershock. Gets caught with that. Nicely done. VLT so far, they're at least trying their best to keep this defense together, but it's still not going to matter. It's Global Esports just shredding through.
Sheesh, I didn't expect aftershock kills to come through in this round. That is quite funny to look at. Hellranger getting a freebie. And then, even Deathmaker, he's making things work. The barrage of flashes comes through, but it doesn't matter as Kappa will still peek out and win the duel. Deathmaker down to 9 HP. At this range, he can even get killed from far with this much HP.
Okay, well, I mean, he knows he doesn't really have a lot of HP left, so Deathmaker, that one single shotgun bullet's gonna seal the deal, and yes, yeah, the pellets, they complete it, and Global Esports, once again, they start things off on a great note inside the shotgun round. All the time, man, in these shorty rounds and the pistol rounds, somehow Global Esports is able to do good.
Hey, keep in mind, Global Esports, even in VCD Pacific, has one of the highest pistol round win rates. So it's quite expected of them to continue pulling that off even here in the show match. Plus, most of the times when you have shorties, you kind of expect defensive teams to win because they hold the angles. But instead, over here, Global Esports just covered the distance really well. Lightning Fast satchels into its path, clears the pathway for the rest of his teammates to follow, and then all of them jump out of the smokes which Vibhorr had put down. Oh, these shorties. Once again, just keeping it so funny.
Able to get those kills and also a stroll on the site. Site control's taken away. Good Molotov though. It's gonna burn Deathmaker alive. And Global Esports out of nowhere. You blink it and you miss it. They've got the site control and now it's all right to Ace. We're probably gonna be seeing some overcommitments, some extensions maybe from the side of GE, but no. That's not what's happening. Instead, they're playing this one quite safe and sound, actually. They're playing this one quite defensive. And you can also say quite disciplined. Considering Right to Ace really is trying to approach as safe as possible, but it's still not going to matter. Whips that shot and Rossi seals it.
Yep, Rossi turns around to get the kill onto him. I thought they knew where he was, considering Kappa blinded him and he had the information. The Sky gave away the calls. Then again, this is not the finest coordination from any of these teams, so it's fine as long as they can get a couple cheeky frags. Now let's see what Global Esports can accomplish, because Velocity has all the arms and ammunition they need.
Speak about that, and I guess once again, we've got the audience interview over here that Johnny is taking. Interesting stuff, no? But, yeah, Deathmaker gets dealt with. And once again, it's just Rossi lining him all up with the Phantom. Just straight up pressing W key with the rest of his team. And backup that he's also getting from the team is quite immaculate. Now VLT trying to rotate all the way onto the side. They're trying their best to make sure that Global Esports are going to meet a lot of resistance. But it still is not going to stop them at all. They're still able to just straight up barrage through. And a flick from Rossi to seal.
Sheesh. What a round. Global Esports, they have no mercy. They don't even let Velocity Gaming get close to the entrances of the site. Just straight up push in there. Disrespect the smokes. Kill Velocity as they try to move in from CT spawn and come in for the retake. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be.
And that's how we're having fun. 3-0, ladies and gentlemen. And so far, considering how things have been going like, Global Esports, they're just straight up running away with a massive lead. A good paint shield, though, but the return shot from Excali is going to shut Lightning Fast down.
Yeah, that's how you drop the pace when Lightning Fast is looking to pick it up. Excali drops the body on the floor, and not just that, he does it with a stylish one-tap at the Sheriff. Gets to upgrade to a Vandal because of it.
Global Esports, once again, just they're trying to replicate the same thing, but now they're getting met with so much resistance. Actually, VLT is able to do good with these Sheriffs alone. They have found 2 kills so far. They're able to hit all the shots that they really need to. Seekers out as well. That means every single player's position will be compromised too. VLT, they really will need to now play this one safe and sound, considering the opponents have the better weaponry in their hands. Another kill goes on the board. Vibhorr finds it. What's going on? Global Esports not able to find a reply against the opponents in these rounds where they have the most advantage.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some. And this time it's Global Esports losing all the advantage that they had. They weren't supposed to win the previous round. And they weren't supposed to lose this round, but both the times expectations are defied.
That works.
Rossi still having the Empress up. Quite interesting.
Here.
And considering they still have the money to buy a gun, that means we're probably going to be seeing a W key off of that Empress. 2 Leers as well. Just straight up W key in. Would be fun to watch. But Deathmaker can be a massive break over here. And if he's able to install breaks into the opponent's strategy, then definitely problems will start to occur. So far, at least they're able to force Deathmaker out of that spot, and no value is being found. But as soon as I say that, one player gets taken down.
Yep, and that player is none other than Hellranger. Instant pickoff, so that really reduces the amount of execute power that Global Esports have. Now they will have to fall back to their defaults, which I don't think they're following in the most correct way possible now. It's 4 people spread out across 4 different areas on the map. Not how normal defaults look like, but then again, this isn't a normal game. The only question is, do they check for him across the corner? And no, they do not. Hellfighter usually plays a lot more passively. He's supposed to be the anchor, but now he's the tip of the spear, aggroing in so hard.
A Deathmaker all by himself on the side is making such a massive impact and a difference. Look at Kappa. On the A side, he's managed to sneak in so deep, but those bullets as well will give his position away, and now Ace knows that he's on the side quite deep enough, and yeah, Kappa not able to deal with Excali. That narrow angle peek that he does is nice.
Really nice, actually. Excali has been quite notorious for that. Just jiggle peeking across the corners, pre-firing so often. That's what makes him one of the deadliest players in the country. Here we go once again, ladies and gentlemen. And given the position that he's taken up, I really think that Excali is going to try to go for some really aggro play. Just going to stand over there, expect an offer to peek from Global Esports. But instead, Global Esports are focusing towards hookah quite a lot. They really want to challenge this smoke and get inside. And when they do, they will run into a chamber trademark. Meanwhile, the chamber himself, that maker, is peering down B-long, and he might just catch someone over here.
Probably will. Oh, shot was so close. Leers out, both of them. And Global Esports once again just taking the side control away from VLT. And Kappa from the back gets 2 of his own. Nicely done, cuts off the entire rotation. And now VLT, they're completely handicapped. They can't do a lot. Look at Rossi's crosser. It was right on the head of Deathmaker, and Deathmaker's just waiting for that smoke to fade away. Too quick on that reaction. Shuts him down, and now it's once again down to just Excali. A 1-on-2. It's doable, and Excali's done it a lot of times in the past. But now that it's just a show match, he's not going to be feeling a lot of pressure. So even if he does lose this out, it's okay.
It is completely fine. Excali's still looking to gather information. He knows where Hellranger could be. Needs to find Skillz once again. And he has the right idea, but he can't fight because he's stunned. Stunned, blind. Oh, and what a flick. Turns around to get the better of Hellranger. That was a nasty one.
Smiles all across the board. Having a great time. Even lightning fast, just enjoying his time inside the game. But yeah, look at the double satchel that he did, man. Just wiggling in the middle of the air. The air strafes are just really good. But yeah, the double satchel straight up to your opponent's back, and then your teammate are able to get the trades as well. Good setup.
I'm actually looking forward to the setup now. Deathmaker has the 2 of the force, and this could be very, very dangerous. Even right to ace with the Hunter's Fury. I'm expecting him to go for a very early commitment on this one. They know he's gonna push out. Even the range of the trademark has been, the range of the rendezvous has been increased, so he can continue pushing out again and again. And because Skillz has been tagged up, he will fall all the way back. Maybe even regroup with Kappa to get that healing. But that is if Kappa lives to tell the tale. He's been blown apart to smithereens.
A really good showstopper onto him. as I said, it's doing the job of installing the brakes. Another showstopper, but this time it's from the man in the opposite team. It's lightning fast, and what just happened? Vibhorr, he barely survives on 5 HP, and he's able to get both of them down. Single-handedly, he's able to shut down anyone that walks onto the side of VLT out and over, and now their defense is looking so strong.
Yeah, I was really surprised by that one. I thought Skillz would probably go ahead, regroup with Kappa, but then instantly Velocity pick up the pace. The moment they figured out that Deathmaker's push has actually forced all the global esports members to give up on B and start focusing on A, everyone on VLT was prepared for that one. Still, I really thought that Lightning Fast could turn the round around. I mean, he got deep inside the site, got a kill as well. I thought the showstopper would really end it all, but Vibhorr not only lives to tell the tale, but gets a double of his own. Now that's quite an unexpected thing.
Speak of that, and once again, Lightning Fast approaching B.
They're concussed.
From Hookah. But the problem is all of them have been spotted, so the problems might just start to rise again. But Global Esports, somehow they strike back, and they're able to find 2 of their own. Rossi, this man is an animal, unstoppable. And so far, VLT, as they've lost the site control, they're still looking to fight back from the back lines, and this flank is going to come successfully, as Excali was able to get one of his own. And now Kappa will need to face Excali right here, but he gets faced with an entire Rolling Thunder, a complete ultimate used on that one single player to get rid of him.
And they still haven't got rid of him. He can continue pushing inside. Rossi almost got the ace over there until Hellranger came in last second. I like the adjustments from Velocity quite a lot. They were present on the site. They knew exactly what was about to happen, but Global Esports just continue to be relentless. Unlike the previous round, they won't be forced to make a move by the hands of Velocity's forces.
Hunter's Fury is available in the hands of Right to Ace.
Smoke's down.
On either hand, if you take a look at LF2, quite interesting positions, and yeah, B side, they're hitting it over and over again. Doesn't matter how much resistance they're getting met with, it's still not gonna stop them. And as Lightning Fast has found himself that crucial opening, he straight up double satchels in. It doesn't even matter if his teammates are following him in or not, and he overextends all the way towards the spawn.
Oh, and he's still sticking around here. Are you serious? This is so dangerous. He can't even run. I thought he would just get shot because he was tagged up by the drone, but instead there's a laser beam thrown at him, and he can't even escape into the side because of the molly over there. This turns it back to a 3v3. Now it's an actual fair fight. Heal comes through from Kappa. Hellranger Skillz feeling themselves, but Velocity are coming in from 2 directions. 2 players coming in from the defender spawn, while you have the birds landing in from Hookah, and they don't land properly. The lineup almost happens, down to a 1v1. It's Ace versus Hellranger. Back in the day, these 2 were the IGLs. The 2 captains now showing who's superior, and Hellranger comes out on top.
Way to go. Still a 3 rounds lead though for Global Esports, so that's good enough for them. But VLT, yeah, in between it felt like, all right, they're starting to mount a comeback over here. This game is actually quite competitive than we thought, huh? This time, these guys are really not here to play around. Yeah, Global Esports is just hitting the B-side over and over again, and they're pretty much making it look like a normal PUG game. But still, I mean, compared to how the previous game went, this one seems a bit serious.
Yeah, it's a little more serious than the last one. You have players trading each other out. Double swing coming out at the right time from most members of Global Esports. That's the kind of stuff you want to see. And this time they're going to send the Trailblazer in towards Lamps to send in the rest of the team as well.
Oh, no.
Lightning Fast brushes his shoulder against the wall, but look at the scrunch coming in from Velocity. They want to instantly take away Bath by teleporting in as well. Luckily, the spike has been recovered by Kappa. So even though Velocity are putting a lot of pressure over here, oh my goodness! Even though Velocity put a lot of pressure over here and Deathmaker gets that nasty headshot, Global Esports have a chance of planting. But getting into post-plant safely will be the trouble that they face. And for now, the trouble Deathmaker has been taken care of. There's a hellfire being committed towards him, and Hellranger gets burned alive.
A Thrifty pulled out. Wow. Well, I mean, Deathmaker now gets the operator out too. And yeah, I mean, look at the players' faces, man. I guess, yeah, I mean, even Right to A said in the interview, right? We're here to win. That's what he literally said. He said, we're here to win and also have fun. So I guess, yeah, it makes sense why these guys are really taking the second game serious. Velocity Gaming is probably like, okay, even if we lost the first game, at least we want to win one game off this show match, you know?
Ooh. Look at this cheeky position coming out from Excali. This will be exciting. Hellfighter throwing the Trailblazer for him, but no, SKRC checks him regardless, and he gets bombarded with utility as well. Even Hellfighter can't survive this one. My god, Vibhorr gets stunned at the last second. I'm surprised to see all this utility being used from Global Esports, and it's actually affecting VLT quite detrimentally. No counter util that VLT throws is actually working out in their favor.
And VLT going for the save. Yeah, this time they just stood no chance. Straight up no chance. And Global Esports, on the other hand, I mean, this is just straight up a prime example of go rush B.
Yeah, and do it over and over again.
Yeah, I mean, if it's working out, why not? Just keep on doing it over and over again. And VLT, they're still not able to find a reply to that.
Right here.
That's a good spot.
I'm just so glad these guys are taking it in a very chill manner. And that is kind of obvious given the Asian composition over here as well, right? And most of the teams that face on Bind today, they either pick up a Harbor or a Viper, which really just turns the game into a very slow one. At least with this Asian composition on either side, the pace can be picked up at any given time.
That was a really nice flick from Deathmaker. On the other hand, if you talk about Global Esports, though, they've got two ults up. Skillz with the Orbital Strike and Hellranger with his Rolling Thunder. So that's some good thing. That means, once again, Global Esports, this W key should be successful enough. On the back of that Rolling Thunder, it's going to be next to impossible to stop. But there's 3 players on the B site this time, though, that are looking to stop this entire control. And there's also a judge inside. Oh, you saw that judge inside Hookah, so that's quite interesting, I guess. Vibhorr really wanted to play that judge, but a last-second switch-up came in into the Phantom. Rolling Thunder used as well, and that's going to give the players Global Esports an easy sight take. And it's just Sky just straight up pushing in against the bullets. And Global Esports, they get the side control.
Yep, while Kappa got surprised by the smoke peak, SKRC was completely expecting it. Gets the trade instantly. And now it's down to Deathmaker and Right to Ace. Deathmaker had spent a lot of time and money trying to get that operator online, but he probably won't even get to use it now that there's a smoke in his face. Crosses over to the other side. Ready to fight them from elbow based on Ace's contact, and he dives out, only to be met with a very, very cheeky SKRC. Deathmaker unsuspecting, and SKRC unrelenting. 8-4 half from Global Esports.
Switching sides.
First half. Not close enough, but I guess that can definitely do the job for VLT to make a comeback, to mount a comeback, I would say. And now inside this half, though, ladies and gentlemen, as we all know, what they need to do is win this pistol round. Because if Global Esports win this pistol round, then we know what's going to happen. But it's time for us to push to a short interview, so we'll...
Normal shot था मेरा वो तो.
I saw कि कुछ reaction भी आया था सामने से.
नहीं नॉर्मल था वो. भाविन ने पूरा विफ कर दिया, मैंने तो क्या नॉर्मल घूम के मारा सिर्फ.
सामने वाले पूरा खेल रहे.
यस, सामने वाले नहीं, सिर्फ सामने वाला भाविन. वो देख रहे हो, शक्ल देखो सिर्फ. वो देखो हेडफोन जो निकला है अभी.
हेलो गोलू. हेलो.
I think वहाँ पे भी एक माइक देना चाहिए ताकि क्रॉस द स्टेज कॉन्वर्सेशन हो पाए थोड़ी.
मैं लिखा गोलू, वो बोलता है मैं नहीं हूँ. शॉट खाने के बाद बोलता है मैं नहीं खेल रहा हूँ.
Oh, denied. What do you want to say to him though?
नहीं हो रहा है क्या?
हाथ जोड़ लिए पीछे से. But anyways, Excali, again doing wonderful on this race. अभी बाकी टीम को कैसे मोटिवेट करोगे सेकंड हाफ के लिए?
Obviously मतलब मैं एज अ एंट्री फ्रैगर मैंने अगर मारा, थोड़ा स्पेस बना है तो चारों को भी और कॉन्फिडेंस मिलेगा, थोड़े फ्री फ्रैग्स लेके, तो वही ट्राई करूंगा पूरे हाफ में.
कॉन्फिडेंस दो.
या कॉन्फिडेंस डुओ, कॉन्फिडेंस टीम.
Everyone is just like confidence. That's it. That's the word that describe velocity right now, ladies and gentlemen. But चलिए शुरू करते हैं सेकंड हाफ इस मैच का.
All right, well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, into the second half. And yeah, 8-4 half, as I said, it's not too bad of a deal for Velocity Gaming if they're able to win this pistol round. It's all going to come down to this one. But this time, we're not seeing those shorties anymore.
Yeah, I mean, you can't have all shorties in every single pistol round, right? That would just be a little too unentertaining. You can't have too much of a good thing. Otherwise, the whole game just turns into Spike Rush. That's another reason why I don't like playing the Spike Rush. I don't want to play with shorties. Not when all 10 players on the server have it.
Revealing area.
Now a bunch of frenzies and sheriffs, yeah, that makes things exciting. Hellranger Impact not upgrading to any weapon, instead purchasing utility, purchasing 2 flashes.
Okay. Global Esports. Even they are really not looking to take or at least challenge any fights. A good hawk, and that's going to give him a free kill. No! A little bit of whiffs, I guess. Not able to shake off the rust just yet. And yeah, he gets taken care of, but it's completely fine, though. His teammates have got his back, as they are going to return 3 of the kills in the back. And now, considering one of the players as well was quite softened up right to ace, he's only got 26 HP. So for VLT to win this pistol round, it seems next to impossible.
Yeah, but that's okay because Global Esports made up for it by getting a kill on Hookah, 1 on Lambs, and 1 on the A side. So yeah, the 2 B long players who were present, they can take a chill pill. Deathmaker all the way inside, and there he comes. Lightning fast, ready behind his opponent. Oh, that's a nice flick from Deathmaker. I want to see that from his POV.
Me too, man. Oh, that was a really nice flick. Wasn't even looking at that direction, but straight up flicks onto the right. Just domes him down and then just makes it look so casual. But yeah, oh, the observers too, man. Just trying to rub the salt on the wound. Stop doing it.
Oh my god. Yeah, that was a bit funny to look at. But Global Esports win the pistol round yet again. And the problems of Velocity continue.
Yeah, to be honest, it's just the frenzy, though, you know? Sometimes the spray can be really random. I'm trying to back Kappa here.
Ooh, nice shot. It's a good way to open things up. Lightning fast with the Marshal. He's going to make quick work of these unarmored opponents.
Once
again, the breach comes through, but Global Esports just straight up able to stop everything that comes in their direction. Once again, I mean, yeah, there's just a barricade. That's uncrackable. And for VLT to find any sort of cracks in that barricade, they will now need to make them, and they are failing to do so.
Well, maybe if you arm them with some better weaponry, they can bulldoze their way through. And that's exactly what's about to happen. All the Phantoms and Vandals that Velocity can purchase will come online now.
Speak of that, and Global Esports, I mean, yeah, they're probably going to move on forward with the bonus. But one thing is for sure, Rossi needs to be stopped, man. This man has been able to find so much value or so many kills in the first half. He's just straight up able to press W key, getting kills like it doesn't even matter. And VLT are just falling prey to that W key.
Now you know why he's one of the best. One of the finest that India has to offer. And the only other player who can probably catch up to him is Deathmaker. He starts things off really nice by blowing apart Lightning Fast's head. But there's still Skillz across this corner. And yeah, getting past him will be a bit difficult for Excali. Unless he uses the boom bot to clear it out. The angles!
Wow!
Wow! Yeah, that wasn't supposed to happen now, was it? I really thought Deathmaker would win that fight, but Hellranger blows his head apart, and he doubles up. With the stolen Vandal, he takes apart the head of Hellfighter as well.
Spike down.
What's going on here out of nowhere? And now we've got a 1-on-3 situation in which Excali, with the Vandal, looking to push against the opponents. And Hellranger is ready with the knife, or if you'd like to call it the fist. He's gonna look to knife him down. And Excali needs to play this one so safe because he's got no clue that there's a chance he might get knifed here. And if he does, then you guys know what's going to happen.
Left.
For Excali, he's just moving around. Oh, that's a quick shot onto the player. And now it's going to try to refocus onto someone else. Nicely done. Escarossi dealt with 2 more to go, but they still can be a massive threat, and Hellranger's going to deal with it.
Hellranger deals with it. Global Esports get to 11. They are inching closer to this victory really, really rapidly. And Velocity Gaming really can't do much to stop their onslaught. They get the opening picks quite nicely. I like how Deathmaker is delivering his teams and the space they require. But they need a lot more than just space.
4-11, man. Global Esports. I mean, they're straight up just proving Velocity unparalleled. Just running away with a massive lead, and yeah, I felt like this second game was a little bit serious compared to the previous one. So VLT were definitely trying their best. They were definitely giving it what they had, but they were not able to come out on top, and that's a great way to start things off. Deathmaker will also be able to get his hands on the operator, and now will be looking to strike the players down to the front. But Hellranger's done his job. He's managed to equalize things out, but he also needs to take care of his back lines, and eventually he gets dealt with.
Yep, they push in way too deep. Velocity Gaming take control of A. And now the remaining players of Global Esports are coming in from the back lines. The first point of contact is obviously going to be Hellfighter, but Deathmaker also makes it difficult with the op. And the Stinger just makes it look so clean.
Thrifty pulled out. And that's going to be a lifesaver Thrifty too. We know how much impact these Thrifty rounds can really have inside the game. But yeah, considering Hellranger being able to shut that man down and then Deathmaker able to get his hands on the operator, yeah, things just got a little too tough for Global Esports to try and withstand. But it's completely fine though. They've still got enough money to buy for this round. And Skillz with the judge is probably looking to sit in, I guess, the hookah or U-Haul. Yeah, it's going to be in U-Haul.
Blinded.
Alright, let's see what they accomplish with this one. Velocity Gaming spreading out quite nicely. Trailblazer towards path, while at the same time they've got a contact peak prepared towards B long. Excali knocking on the doors of hookah, so Velocity are quite far spread out. And Global Esports can't really figure out where the actual hit is coming. They will just need to wait for picks, and the timing is so unfortunate for Deathmaker. He gets taken off by lightning fast while he wasn't even looking in his general vicinity. Even Excali meets a similar fate. Both of them died towards hookah and bath respectively.
3-on-5. Pressure starting to mount. And for the opponents, it's starting to subside. Global Esports, they're going to be having smiles, or at least you can say smirks on their faces while they're picking apart VLT one after the other. And now that Rossi's also popped Empress, you guys know what's about to hit the floor. And yes, it's the first kill already. That's going to happen. Hellfighter taken care of. Skillz still on the other side of the teleporter with the judge. He's looking to burst out open. But now they're right to ace, and or I guess the entirety of VLT know that he's going to be on the other side. And now Rossi as well looking to push in on the back of that entire Rolling Thunder. He's still not able to find where exactly Vibhorr went. And Vibhorr is on the opposite side, but it's still not going to matter. Rossi, he cleans things all by himself.
Match point.
I don't really like how Velocity Gaming got separated in the end towards there. But Global Esports doing a really fine job of isolating these fights, just keeping Velocity confused. And just like that, they're once again close to map point. They're about to win the VAL'Classico, the one last ride that Riot Games has hosted for us. It's one of the best games that you could have ever witnessed. There's a reason why they call it the VAL'Classico. And now when all those memories come flooding in, Global Esports would once again cherish victory against a familiar foe that has turned into a bunch of friends. Hellranger has to run. He has to run away not just from the Trailblazer but also from the Showstopper. Excali looking to chase him down. And the Hellfire has been committed just to make sure they can't push out.
No way, man. And then Rossi is just looking unstoppable. He's just able to dome everyone down. And somehow no one's able to find any shots on it. Rossi himself, the amount of confidence Rossi's showing, it's crazy.
Oh my god.
Then, even on the face, it's going to be the shorty. And in the end, the Showstopper to close it off. VLT, they don't stand a chance against Global Esports. Easily able to deal with VLT inside the show match. But yeah, it was definitely quite a fun matchup.
It was such a fun matchup. We had so many ridiculous plays from both the sides. It was so funny to watch Hellranger running away from the Showstopper. And then Lightning Fast brings out the Showstopper of his own. Global Esports, or rather you can call them GE Fighting now, win the show match. Let's head over to the interview and see what they have to say.
yesterday. Somewhere did it feel that the band should get back together?
I mean, if it was possible, then nothing like it. But I am happy for Rossi and Golu. They are playing at the franchise level, so I wouldn't want them to come back and play here. As long as they keep growing and keep doing well there.
यार दो मैप और दोनों में तुम लोगों ने बहुत कमाल परफॉर्म किया है, लेकिन how do you get that chemistry back when you guys are not really like playing together on and off? Suddenly वापस आते हो और एक साथ ये पूरी chemistry जो दिख रही है हम लोगों को दो मैप लगातार.
I mean, we really don't have any chemistry, to be honest. But it's also like a lot of fightings in game, lot of fightings out game, and lot of wins, lot of losses, and lot of so many things happen between all these five, and that is the reason why no matter what, even after 2 years, we play as five together without any practice, we can still do better because it's all about trust, it's all about believing in each other, and more than teammates, we are all like really good friends and family. Yeah.
You know, बाकी सारी टीमों के साथ, not here specifically, लेकिन बाकी सारी टीमों के साथ वो tactical बातें चल रही होती हैं on their comms. तुम लोग क्या बात कर रहे होते हो यार?
इधर चलते हैं उधर मारते हैं मैं और स्किल्स insane है होल्ड करेंगे खत्म बात और कुछ नहीं. I mean we are just 5 insane players, that's why it's
well 5 insane players. And final thing, भाई वहाँ पे velocity वाले वेट कर रहे हैं, उनके चेहरे पे भी मुस्कान है. I mean you beat them in 2 maps consecutively. Do you want to say something to them right now when it's all over and done?
कुछ नहीं, दोस्त है सब लोग तो, और शो मैच था इसके लिए हारने के बाद भी खुश है वो लोग. बाकी सब ठीक है.
जॉनी, यहाँ का माहौल तो समझ लिया है. What's happening with velocity, man?
कापा ने एक बात तो सही बोली, यहाँ पे लोग खुश हैं because that's how they always are. हमेशा ही खुश रहते हैं ये लड़के. And आज भी, I mean, all of you together on this panel, विभोर कितनी खुशी हुई?
मैं बहुत मज़ा आया. लाइक पहले इतनी VAL'Classicos हुए और फिर भी अभी भी लाइक वो इंटेंसिटी फील हो रही थी, वही मज़ा आ रहा था खेलने में. तो बहुत अच्छा एक्सपीरियंस था.
The Velocity has been a home to all of you for so long. I mean, we all remember how the journey started, how it was. Ace, what was the entire experience like last 2 years till now? अभी सामने वही पुराने लोग आके आपके साथ में पुराने लोग हैं, सब कैसा लग रहा है?
Yes, like VLT was my first Valorant professional org, and 2.5 years I was part of VLT. जी वाले हमारे like हमेशा derby match होते थे. Any big events, like we were the grand finalists till 2021. So it was amazing playing them again, and it was a fun show match. Like enjoyed it.
Excalibur, Helef and Deathmaker, आप लोगों की भी डिस्कशन चल रही थी किसको क्या एजेंट खेलना था. तो सबसे पहला चेंज क्या होता है यहाँ पे?
मैंने बोला था मेरे को रेना डुएलिस्ट देने के लिए, बट मेरे को नहीं दिया गया है, एंड आई एम रियली मैड अबाउट इट.
He's very upset, Excalibur.
It's okay, don't be mad. You got 3 months to cry now.
DM आप क्या बोल?
मैं क्या ही बोलूँ, एक्चुअली कुछ आ नहीं रहा है. एक्चुअली क्या बोलूँ मैं अभी, लाइक ये जो हम लोग का जो है VAL'Classico अभी और नहीं होने वाला है, तो बहुत ज़्यादा मिस करने वाला हूँ. और अभी आप लोग को मालूम भी है कि देयर इज़ नो VLT, तो ऑफकोर्स VLT में मैं 2-2.5 साल खेला हूँ, तो आई एम गोइंग टू मिस फॉर श्योर.
Any message to the fans that have cheered you on throughout your journey and will be cheering you on? आप लोग अलग अलग लाइनअप्स में थे, तब भी लोग आपको सपोर्ट कर रहे थे. उन फैंस के लिए आप लोग क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
आई थिंक रिगार्डलेस कौन से भी टीम में जाए हम लोग, इंडिविजुअली इतना सक्सेस लाया है सब लोग ने. मतलब 5 प्लेयर्स प्लस यूफो प्लस अन्ना प्लस द होल कम्युनिटी मेड VLT वेयर इट इज़ राइट नाउ. तो यूज थैंक्स टू द ऑडियंस ऑल्सो. मतलब अगर वो लोग नहीं रहते तो मे बी VLT इधर नहीं रहता. तो आई वुड लाइक टू ओनली से वन थिंग कि जस्ट कीप सपोर्टिंग. मतलब सबका मैचेस देखो. मतलब ऐसा नहीं कि VLT नहीं है, G नहीं है तो लोग बोर हो रहे हैं देखने को, मतलब मज़ा नहीं आएगा. ऑब्वियसली मतलब तुम लोग एक ऐसा ब्रेकअप से थोड़ा मूव ऑन होना है. मतलब two of these teams are now long gone. मतलब दूसरे टीम ढूंढने and you have to support those teams. So keep supporting and I hope you guys find your new favorite team soon. Thank you.
Finals है Orangutan versus Ashtar Army. It's gonna be a banger game. Go watch it 5 PM IST.
Yeah, I mean, message तो दोनों बहुत ही बढ़िया थे. पहला, thanks to the fans for supporting the teams and well, show them some love for their futures as well. And of course, how can we forget the upper bracket final? लेकिन मेरे को उधर कुछ मज़ेदार होने वाला का सुनाई दिया था.
भाई मज़ेदार तो यहाँ होगा, लेकिन I'm sure कि दोनों VLT and G जब दोनों वापस जाएंगे तो बहुत सारी बातें होने वाली. Thank you guys, thank you so much for being a part of this VAL'Classico show match. लेकिन a huge round of applause for the fans who have been here. So can we hear it? Listen, fan.
Let's go.
Who we want to call on stage right down to the middle. So Iman Khanna, where are you, brother? Aja bhai. Come join us.
Super fan के लिए भी थोड़ी तालियां हो जाएं.
Listen, how does it feel being here?
वेरी एक्साइटेड, बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है. फर्स्ट टाइम क्लान इवेंट में आया था, तो बहुत मज़ा आएगा.
बहुत मज़ा आ रहा है. Where are you from? उम्र क्या है? कहाँ से आए हो? कुछ बताओ अपने बारे में.
आई एम 17. मैं साउथ दिल्ली की साइड से अभी आया अपने दोस्तों के साथ वहाँ पे समर एंड मन्नू. हमारा बहुत रैंडमली प्लान बना था और बहुत एक्साइटेड आने का.
और देख तेरी वीडियो तो बन रही है ऑलरेडी, सोशल्स पे जाने वाली है, ये मेरे को गारंटीड पता है. But यहाँ पे while you were sitting in the audience, this show match, this VAL'Classico, two great teams, probably the greatest. Who were you supporting?
G.
Why?
SK Rossi. Any question?
SK Rossi. I think कुछ है? चला कहाँ है? Rossi. भाई.
Join us.
Come bro. He's come all the way from wherever in South Delhi only to see you in action. हो गई? Yeah.
I mean, thanks to you and all the people who have come here to, watch the game. It feels nice always to play in front of the crowd, कोरिया में खेल रहा था, अपने लोग नहीं था इधर. अच्छा लग रहा है. Thank you all for coming and hope you all enjoy this tournament and everything. Keep cheering for all the teams and players. They're all really working hard to make a name for themselves and, make a name in international stages. So, yeah, keep supporting. Love you all. Thank you.
Spoke like a true legend. Dream come true?
Yeah.
What a moment, guys. इसे डालो भाई social पे. ये बाकी बातें जो है. All right, listen. So you've told us who you're supporting. You told us who your favorite player was. How does it feel to be on this stage amongst these teams in front of your friends? Are you ready for the big surprise?
फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल जब मैं इधर आया था आई डेंट एक्सपेक्ट कि ये सब होगा. आई थॉट कि बस लैन इवेंट्स वगैरह ये सब होगा, एंजॉय करेंगे, देखेंगे. देन आई वाज सरप्राइज कि यहाँ पे ऐसा भी कुछ होगा. फिर मेरे को यहाँ पे वो मिलना था गिफ्ट.
So for his surprise, we are going to call on someone really special. So Sukumal Pegu, the Esports head for Riot Games South Asia. Sir, can we please have you on stage? And that's your special gift, your Supreme. Emang. Yeah, he's making sure that it goes back in the bag. It's a white t-shirt after all. Thanks, Emang. Thank you so much for being here, brother. Sukumal, just a couple of things. We just celebrated the 3rd year anniversary. Here you are. You've just witnessed a VAL'Classico. We have a final coming up in the upper bracket. I mean, this journey has been a pretty crazy ride.
Yeah, so many emotions tied to this fancy term called VAL'Classico. I think big thanks to this rivalry that really propped this region from being, let's say, a small, minor esports region to being on the global stage. And full credits to these guys who have pushed all of us, not just within themselves, but they have pushed us to bring more experiences, do more. And personally as well, I've been quite inspired by the journey from both these wonderful organizations, and they've really inspired me to do so much more, push myself more. I'm like, even within the company, I'm like, no, try for more things to bring to our region. And so big shout out and thanks to everybody from both the teams, wonderful organizations who have brought our region to such great heights. And I hope that this is just a starting. We have provided this platform to have many more GEs and VLTs who can come up and be there at the stage where we want to see them, not just competing within the region, but also at global levels as well, right? So this is what I definitely feel right from my heart.
Listen, you're the esports head for Riot Games South Asia, but here's something that people don't know. While the VAL'Classico was going on, you were wearing a Velocity t-shirt. Why did you change that? There you go. All right. Thanks, buddy. Thank you so much for joining us here.
By the way, our last shout out is for all the fans who have supported us and have come here to really enjoy Valorant with us, the best Valorant that's being played in this entire region. And without you guys, this would not have been possible, right? And this is a big shout out to everybody who's made the effort to come over here. We have done our best to make sure that your journey from wherever you are from to make it to the venue in in style and enjoy the venue, enjoy the stage, and enjoy the best Valorant that you'll see happening in this region, and hopefully the entire APAC region as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sukumal. Thank you. Right, that brings us to the end of this VAL'Classico, but that only means that we have to close the show and wait for a little bit because we have something massive coming in at 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time.
Exactly. The upper bracket final, Aster Army versus Orangutan. Two exciting matches same day पे. I don't think if my heart can keep up, man.
भाई इस फाइनल का बहुत लोगों ने इंतजार किया है लेकिन आपके पास थोड़ा सा टाइम है go do whatever you want and do remember to join us at 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time on Loco and YouTube. We'll see you then.
Same energy. Work on being better when I'm 70. Your drip is just a water spring. You know I drip different, this is 7 seas. I deal with life different, make that lemon squeeze. Went off for my style and identity. Better bounce back and get the cheddar cheese. I guess that's why they envy me. On track, now we